welcome to Sparkling Diamonds with Brittany and Robin. I am Brittany, and I am here for a fun announcement video. So before I get into what I'm announcing, I want to say first, welcome if you are new to our channel. We are a mother-daughter duo. We do lots of diamond painting stuff, including events, unboxings, years in review. We've also started doing some other crafts like some weebles, a little bit of coloring, cross stitch, fun things like that. So if any of that sounds like something that you're interested in seeing more of, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. And if you're returning, as always, welcome back. So we have all kinds of fun goodies here. So what are we doing? So this is the announcement video for Dragons in December of 2025. This is our first time ever hosting this event. We are going to be co-hosting it actually with the wonderful two crafty Sheilas, which is Belle and Kim. So super excited about that. I'm gonna tag their channel down below. They are a couple of Australian women who super excited to work with on this event. They're wonderful, wonderful people. I will get into probably in another video, we'll talk about sponsors and things like that as we start working out and finalizing sponsors. If that is something that does sound interesting to you as a small shop owner and you're watching this, definitely send me an email. It's in the description down below. We are hoping to potentially find definitely small shops who are able to ship internationally, even if the person buying it has to pay for it, just because obviously we're co-hosting it with somebody who's located internationally, but also potentially have the opportunity for a lot of international people to join in on this one. So, and even if you can't ship internationally, it's fine. It's not a big deal. Just throwing that out there. All right, so what are we gonna do? We're first gonna talk a little bit about the event, and then we'll talk a little bit about all the goodies that I have here, which is everything dragon here. So this event is gonna run from December 1st through December 31st. We try to do a smaller size because we know it's the holidays. People travel, people have things going on with family, it's Christmas. So the minimum size requirement for the event is 25 by 25 centimeters. And that will be for the grand prizes. It does not require a new start or finished. It does have to be licensed artwork. And then as far as the theme, there just has to be a dragon on the canvas somewhere. That leaves you a lot of opportunity here because there are tons of canvases that have either the main focus is dragons or people with dragons. So as long as there's a dragon in it and it's licensed, you're covered. We're going to be hosting the progress posts and start posts will be in our Facebook page, which is the Sparkling Diamonds Facebook page. Will be linked down below. And then we'll be posting weekly videos where we'll draw and announce the winners. You will have to watch those videos and see if you want to claim your prizes. And we're only doing recording videos for this is because we're obviously in different time zones. You know, when I go live, which is normally Sundays at 2, it's like 5 a.m. Monday morning or 4 a.m. Monday morning. I don't know, with time change, I'm not sure. So way too early for Belle and Kim to join us. So. And again, once we get closer to the event, we'll have everything posted in the Facebook group as far as rules, where to go for everything. It'll all be shared there, so you can also check out there. And then, as I mentioned, we will be doing the sponsor video of anybody who sponsors. We have a couple lined up, so we'll definitely stay tuned for that video. So here I have just a bunch of random dragon things that came from a ton of different places, and I just pulled them out because it was fitting. So first I have a ton of color reminders. So I have these two cuties, and these actually came from TTT After Dark. I have two more, but they're in there with my whips. So then we have, I'm pretty sure all of these came in a Black Dahlia box for her dragon event. So I think this is 3D printed maybe by her, and the other ones I'm not 100% certain where they came from. I think I had cards with it maybe, but I don't have them right now. And then this cutie is something Robin got me. And I want to say this came from an Etsy shop, but the Etsy shop is currently closed. So, and then this little cute dragon with the heart tail. This came from Fantasy Sparkles. Ironically enough, this was part of a toolkit with a kit that I ordered from them. And actually, I'll link the unboxing right here because these are two dragon kits that are absolutely phenomenal. And actually, Fantasy Sparkles is located in Australia or New Zealand. I can't remember which, but they are also located overseas. So that came from them in their toolkit. This is adorable little straw minder. This is from Bella Art Day Nicole, so super cute. It's very articulated. This is one I actually purchased from OGK. She does lots of like, usually mostly diamond painting pens, but she's been doing some like resin things and 3D printed items. So I got this from OGK just in one of their weekly drops. And he is like this gorgeous like blue to green color. He usually hangs out on my work computer. Love him. And then this one is another one that came in the Black Dahlia event box. So his wings move, and then obviously he moves, and he's like gold on the bottom, purple on the top. He's got some horns. Look at those eyes though. See if it'll focus. Look at those eyes. So just some fun little accessories to have hanging out with us for this video. So I am actually going to move them to the side because I am going to do unboxing of 2 dragon kits. And both of these are relatively decent in size. So let's move all of our partners out of the way here. All the magnets will stick together. Makes it easy. Okay, so these are actually 2 dragon kits that I've ordered from Mystical Dream Diamonds. So we'll say if you guys have not ordered from Mystical Dream Diamonds, or if you have maybe and you had a bad experience, they have actually they're under new ownership now, and so Janet is the new owner, and Patty does like all the customer service stuff, and they have been doing a phenomenal job. Like order turnaround time has gotten much faster. Like I think my last one came in like 5-ish weeks, so super fast. I'm going to be doing a video soon where I test out the quality, because like I have several of their kits but I haven't worked on them yet, so there'll be a video of that soon. But these are 2 dragon kits. And the reason I mention all that is because these 2 dragon kits, so she just added this one back to the site, so they actually redid their whole site, and so some of their artwork hasn't transitioned over yet. This one I will say is not listed on this site yet, and the only reason is because they don't have the rendering to post with it. And so if this is a kit that you're interested in, when we get through all the unboxings, I'll put down below the email for Mystical Dream Diamonds, and all you have to do is email them and tell them that you're interested in purchasing it, and then they'll work on getting the rendering and get a listing made for it for you to be able to purchase. So we're actually going to start with this one because it's actually a little smaller. So this is 60 by 60. All right. So we're going to take a look at this one first because it's I think a little bit smaller. So this is adorable. I know we're doing dragons in December, so everybody's probably going to want like a Christmas theme one, but this is just so cute. So it's called Dragapuff Seafoam. It's by Coco Marshmallow Art. It is 60 by 60 centimeters and it is square. One thing I will say while I'm opening this box, Mystical Dream Diamonds does do a combination of, they have some computer rendered images, and then they also have some hand rendered images. So if you're somebody who doesn't like the computer rendered images with all the confetti, definitely make sure you keep an eye out to that. I am 95% sure both of these are computer rendered images. I don't really necessarily care so much for that. It doesn't bother me. So, but if some confetti and stuff like that is something that you do not like, I definitely would recommend checking that out before you purchase an image. And I'll show you a little bit more of what I mean when we get to that. All right, so first things first, we're going to roll this canvas back. So their canvases are poured glue. And what that means is you can roll the canvas to help it lay flat faster, and it's not going to damage the canvas at all. So we're going to do that. And now it will also self-flatten with how it's made. It just takes a little bit of time, but for this, we're going to help it a little bit so we can look at some stuff here. All right, so with your kits, you're going to get an inventory sheet. And so what the inventory sheet is trying to get it to lay flat here so for us to look at. So first you're gonna have it's a paper sheet. You're gonna have a picture of your image. You do have like this little code. It kind of like recognizes like each piece of the kit. So if you store like your drills separate from your canvas, this number is on every single, it's like a SKU is on every single one. So 60 by 60 is the size. This part doesn't have the name or the artist on it, but it's square resin with 3AB and 2 mystical dust. You can see we're gonna have 44 colors. And then there's obviously our special drills. And if you've never seen an inventory sheet like this before, what this is it gives you the number, and then you've got your symbol, what it's gonna look like on the canvas. the DMC code. It's going to have how many you actually, like individual drills you're actually going to need versus how many they sent you, the weight, and then the number of bags. I'm super excited too because this is super bright. And then you're also going to get your sticker sheet. And so your sticker sheet, and I think I said at one point when I unboxed a previous kit from them, I said I'd love for them to have like the name and the artist on their sticker sheets, and I think they were going to work on that. So something to definitely look at. If it's something you're really like to cut everything out, put it in your logbook, definitely something that they can, I think they said they were looking into. So this whole thing's a sticker sheet. You can cut out your image for your logbook. Again, you have the information as far as like the square drill, and then you have that SKU number again. And then over here, each of these are going to be individual cut stickers. So you can kit up, if you choose to, into whatever your preferred method is. I will say when they come in bags like this, I normally don't kit up. So again, here's that same number I told you. So if you store your drills and your canvas separately, you just match this for each one. So here's a look at our drills. We have 2 bags of that pretty blue, big bag of red. Let's see. So we'll pull the specialty drills out, but here's a look at the color palette. Super, super bright, which is what I expected. And then, sorry for the crinkling. I'm just trying to find the end of it. There we go. This is an unavoidable crinkling. I'm so sorry. I know that noise will drive some people crazy. Okay. So we're just pulling out our specialty drills. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move the drills over here. I'm gonna leave the sticker sheet over here. First, let's take a quick look at these. So if you're new to diamond painting, there are several different types of specialty drills. So this kit has 3 ABs. And so AB stands for Aurora Borealis. And so what that is it's like a coating on the top of the drill that gives it that really pretty shine. And I always say you can see the shine on the drills right here before I even really get the camera to focus. But when you look up close, because both of these bags are the same, you'll see the bottom is like dull, but the top has like this shiny coating on it. So we have 2 bags of this. This is 3846. Another AB we have is a few of these green. This is 907. And then a red, and this is 666. So just a few of those. And then the Mystical Dust drills. So we have 2 of those. And what they are is they have like this fine, almost like it looks like glitter coating or mica powder on the top of the drills. You can see it right here. And that is just built into the drill so it doesn't come off on you or your canvas or anything, but absolutely makes this pretty shine on it. So this one is 606. So it's like it's a red, but it's like a light red, almost like pinkish shade. And then we also have this green, which is 703. So a few of those. So we're gonna leave those out because we are going to look and see where those go on the canvas. But first, we're gonna take a look at our canvas. Are you ready? I'm excited. Oh, it's just adorable. I knew it would be. It's so cute. Cute little like baby dragon, the parrot, the pretty flowers. You're hanging out on the beach. You've got the pretty sun in the background. So a little bit about their canvas before we take a look at it. So at the top here, you'll see it's got Mystical Dream Diamonds. It's got their logo. On both the top right and bottom left, you're gonna have your legend, which is just like it looked like on the inventory sheet. So you've got your number, the symbol, and the DMC code. In the bottom left, you do have the name of the kit, as well as the artist. So Drag-O-Puff Seafoam by Coco Marshmallow Art. Again, you've got that code, and it's 60 by 60 centimeters. You got their slogan, where every canvas tells a story. And you also have some information here. So this is their email for support. You do have a lifetime warranty and free missing diamond coverage with them, as long as you're the original owner of the canvas. I didn't mention the canvas. It is scalloped and perforated to prevent fraying. The back is like, it's not like the softest canvas, but it's definitely a very good durable material. And then the plastic is actually a really good plastic. You can hear it's not too thin, but it's also not too thick. And then you can see the glue there. And Let me I made some crinkles. And you will also see, probably in the video here a little bit, it looks like the canvas, it looks wrinkled. And so all that is when they wrap these up with a plastic, sometimes the plastic gets wrinkles in it. And so all you have to do to fix that is I usually like peel the plastic back on half, and then you just slowly push it back down. And then we would do the same thing on the other side. And it just removes all those little bumps out of it for you. Like so. All right. See? All gone now. All right, so we talked a little bit before I started about computer rendering. So computer rendering does tend to lead itself to a lot more confetti. With that being said, let's take a look at the symbol and kind of like how this is as far as confetti and color blocking. So here is a close look at the symbols. So most of these are very light colors. So most of them do have dark lettering. You will see when there's a dark background like this black, you do have white lettering. So a couple of these here have white lettering. For the most part, the other ones are all black. But other than that, you can see these symbols are all very clear. So there is actually some color blocking, and then obviously, actually there's a lot more color blocking than I expected. And then I think I was looking up here. So just like with this, the transition of the colors in the sky, you'll see there's going to be lots of like confetti where you're just going to be able to single place and not multi-place. But then you go right into like a huge chunk of color blocking. And so same thing over here. So this is actually, even though it is computer rendered, is a really good balance of some confetti, but also some large chunks of color blocking. Like right here, there are some large chunks of color blocking in this dragon. So now here's the real question. Where do these pretty specialty drills go? And I kind of have some guesses. I'm gonna guess that one that we have 2 bags of is probably gonna be our pretty dragon. Maybe a little bit in the ocean and the parrot maybe, but mostly him. Then we have those reds, which are probably gonna be a mixture of the parrot and the flowers. And then the green, I'm gonna guess is probably gonna be mostly the parrot, but we're gonna see how good of a guess we are here. So let's do our fairy dust first. So first we have, this is like the reddish orange color. It's 606, and this is gonna be that dot symbol. And so yeah, so we looked here, I'll kind of show you a little bit up close for this one. So the center of these flowers, you see these symbols that are just like big old black dots? Those are all that fairy dust in the flower. And so you're gonna see that in that flower, as well as in the parrot's head over here. So that's actually pretty well scattered throughout. And then this green fairy dust, which is 703, is like the anchor symbol. And so the question is it only in the parrot? It is. Is that like, so as he shifts from like green to blue, you'll see it in him up here. Oop. Trying to get my hand here so I can show it to you. So you'll see right there is like the anchor symbol. And so that'll be in the parrot. So that takes care of our fairy dust drills. And then let's do the ones we have the least of. So first we have that red AB, which is 666. And that is like a pointed up left arrow. And so that is actually going to be the very center of both flowers. And then actually the bottom part of his tail here of the parrot. And actually there are just like a few scattered throughout like the top part of his head here in the middle of all that fairy dust. So that's kind of scattered. Then the other one is this pretty green, which is 907. And I do see a few scattered throughout the leaf of this yellow, like it's like yellow and almost white flower here, as well as in the leaf of this flower. And just a couple in the very top of the green of the pretty parrot over here. All right, now we got this. We have 2 hunky bags of this. And so this is 3846 AB, and this is the lowercase t. And let's see. So I do see it in the dragon. I'm looking first. I literally see 1 in the parrot's tail, the very tip of his tail. And then there is actually like the darker spots of the water. So like right here, you're gonna have that AB, as well as the same thing over here, like the darker blue of the water's lowercase t, but then also the darker parts of the dragon. So like all his body, the back of his leg, a little bit of the inner of his front leg, the whole like top part of his ear into like his little scale, his fin here, his wing. Let's see, you have some scattered throughout the eyes, a little bit on like the bottom of the face. Not so much on the front of the face, like it kind of starts as you go here and go back, so. And then, oh, I didn't even look in the sky, actually. No, not in the sky. So that's actually really cute. That's a pretty good balance of the specialty drills, because that's what I think I would want them is, I really would want him to look cute, and then obviously the cute parrot, and then the flowers on too. So, and I will say, looking at the flowers do tend to have a lot more, like this one, the white and yellow one tends to have a lot more confetti than, than the red ones do, but super, super cute, I will say that. So again, this is called Drago Puff Seafoam, and this is by Coco Marshmallow Art. And this is available on Mystical Dream Diamonds website now. And they're shipping. You could potentially go ahead and order this today, and it would be cutting it a little bit close. So you may not necessarily get it right before the event starts, but you might get it within a couple of the days after the event starts, depending on like where you're located, how quick shipping is, because we all know this time of the year with the Christmas holidays coming, shipping slows down everywhere. So there is a chance you could get it in time for the event. Adorable, adorable image. All right, we're gonna wrap all this back up and put him back in the box. And then we're gonna look at this other one, which I'm super excited about. I feel quite sure, so the other one is computer rendered again as well, but I feel quite sure it's gonna be adorable. I know it's gonna have a lot of confetti because it does have a lot of like cute details, and it's gonna be bigger, but I'm very excited about it. Let's see if I can battle to get this back in here. There's that. And let's take a look at this other cutie here. Alright, so this other adorable dragon canvas I have is actually multiple dragons. So this is called Dragon Boys, and it is by Mariella Rinaldi. 50 by 90 centimeters, and it is square, but look at those cuties! Look at that. Is that not adorable? So again, this is gonna be, it's 10 centimeters, like not quite as tall, but then it is 90 centimeters wide. So this is gonna be a long canvas. I'm excited though. I'm very, very excited. I've been wanting to open this since I got it, so my time is finally here to see these cute dragons. All right, first let's get our colors out here. Oh, there's a lot of them. It's a big heavy thing of drills. And then we need our sticker sheet. And then give me just a second to roll this canvas back on itself here. And we're gonna turn it face down while we look at these colors and the inventory sheet and stuff. All right. Maybe. She's not wanting to participate like I want her to. All right, there we go. Well, that'll be good though. You'll be able to just see the whole thing. All right, so here, if it'll cooperate, we got our sticker or our inventory sheet first. So again, we've got our small little image here, information about the canvas. So I did get this in square as well with 3 ABs and 2 mystical dusts. This one has 55 colors. And I can already tell you right now, there are a lot of those specialty drills. Look at that. Almost 3,000 of a purple AB, 1,500 of another, like a darker purple. So lots of specialty drills. And then a look at our sticker sheet. So you have your bigger image you can cut out there for your logbook, and then all of your individual stickers. And then I'm gonna set this to the side because this one's gonna be a little bit bigger. Let's look at this color palette. So pretty. You got like all the colors of the rainbow, and we got our specialty drills down here, which we are pulling out. So crinkling again for a moment. All right. Now this one I'm not going to go over obviously all the details of the canvas and as much in detail because we did do that with the first one. Let's set these out of the way. So yeah, we've got some pretty chunky bags here. So the first one here we have is a 208 AB. Again, tons of these. Then you have this, which is 550 AB. We have one more AB here, 666, so pretty red again. And then we have two like shades of blue, a dark blue, which is 823, and then a light blue, which is 3766. All right. All right, guys, so those are our specialty drills. So we're going to flip it over here now. And Robin has joined us for the reveal of Dragon Boys by Mariella Rinaldi. Ready?
Yes. Oh, confetti. You have fun with confetti dragon.
There's actually not a lot of, there is spots, but there's color blocking too.
There is.
Okay, one thing I will say I instantly noticed that I don't see with other ones is this is actually two pieces of plastic, so be careful. It splits right here.
I was going to have her get the bubbles out.
You can't just be careful to that point right there. That's enough. If you go any further, it'll pull it off.
Go ahead.
You push it down. Okay. And then we'll do this one from this way. I will say, I did notice that as I was...
Aw, he's so cute.
They're adorable.
Love those drills.
I know. I love that it's like... I love the colors for it. This would be a great one for Pride events,
first
too.
canvas for them?
No, I've unboxed a couple Reagan ones.
Oh, that's right. Oh, those are beautiful. Is this the only specialties that are in there?
Yeah, there's 5.
Oh,
but
wow.
we got, I'm assuming purples are probably going to go over here. This is probably going to go here. And then actually I'm assuming so maybe the green and the yellow don't get any? I think it's going to go somewhere over here with the purple dragon. I'm thinking these guys don't have anything.
We may have to fix that because Robin's been doing some specialty drill shopping too.
We may. All right, so we're going to see where they go, though, for real. So, yeah, she did, as she said, there is going to be a good chunk of confetti, because as, again, I mentioned, this is computer rendered, so I was expecting that. But there are huge opportunities for color blocking. Like, they're not so much in the dragon, but, like, the backgrounds, like that light blue. And then as you transition colors, obviously, you can see there's going to be, like, the checkerboard. And then the dragon here, he has some color blocking, tons of, actually that looks like all confetti in the back here. This red is like I'm trying to get it to show you. There's like 2 different shades and they're all like checkerboarded. But then like this is all one color. Like this is all one color. This right here is pretty much all one color. So there are definitely sections of color blocking and sections of confetti. Again, I expected that, but I'm excited because it's so cute. This is the only thing I'm not sure about, and I'm just gonna have to be super, super careful with is the plastic being split into pieces.
You know what I would do if I were you? I would just go ahead and put relief paper on it.
I may.
We got so mint relief paper, I'd just go ahead and put some on.
All right, so specialty drills. We're gonna start with this big old bag of purple, and this is the U-turn symbol. And actually, I can tell you right now, this part of the background right here where I said there's a big chunk of color blocking, it is literally all right here. But then there is also some in the middle of the dragon's face and kind of around, a few around the edge of his head and a few around like his chest here. And then I will tell you guys, with this being computer rendered, there is a good chance I missed some. So I'm gonna do the best I can of pointing everything out. So the U-turn kind of spreads over into the blue here, so you're gonna have some spots kind of speckled in there. And actually on the edge of the blue dragon, I see a few, as well as at the top of the horns. Let's see. I'm just looking to see if I see any all the way over here. I don't readily, but again, doesn't necessarily mean I'm not missing any, but that's where you're gonna see a good chunk of them is this dragon, the background right here, and then a few along this dragon here. All right, next is our darker purple AB. So this is 550, and this is the pi symbol. And so I actually have seen that kind of scattered throughout the whole bottom down here. So you have a couple down here, goes through the bottom here. You do have some scattered throughout his body and like the left side where he's a little bit darker of the purple here. You do have a few on the back side of the blue dragon kind of scattered. Again, a few along the bottom of the log here. A few more along, yeah, so it kind of scatters throughout like parts of the bottom of the log here and even like the top. But then there's also some along the side here, like there's a chunk right here where there's quite a few. Let's see, chunk down here, there's quite a few. And actually, I think I saw a few of this symbol up here. I did, so there's a few even in the limb up here. So, kind of scattered throughout. All right, 53 is our red. And this is, this is gonna stand out quite a bit. This is like the gonna be right here. So this really, really bright red. So this whole chunk right here is color blocking of that AB. There's a little few right here. I actually said thought it was gonna be in him, but I might be wrong. I see a few in the toenails of this guy, as well as a few in like his horns up here. There's actually a few in the inner ear here where it looks like a red. Let's see. I'm looking right now to see if I see any more of these, because I really was expecting there to be some in here, but I'm not seeing, oh, there are a few. They're kind of scattered throughout, but there are a few. And actually there are quite a few in this guy. So the darker side of the pink dragon, or actually, I guess you could say it's like pink and red, but like the darker side, there are quite a few around the face, and then they're scattered more down in the body. And then none in the tail. And there are a few over here. I think this is meant to be like a flower or a leaf. Same thing up here. So it's kind of scattered throughout. And actually there's a couple more even up here in like the leaves of that tree. So that takes care of our ABs. So next we have a dark blue mystical dust. This is 823. And I call this the airplane symbol. So actually I see that in the bottom part of his legs and like the bottom part of his chest on actually both sides of this dragon, a little bit on the darker side of this dragon. I also see some like around the eyes, a few on this side, a couple up here. I think that might potentially be it. I do see a couple kind of scattered again throughout the limb up here. And then I think that's it. I was looking to see if I saw any more scattered around the edge of dragons, but I don't. And then the last one is this very light blue, 3766, and it's like a spiral. So I do see quite a bit of it on the lighter side of the blue dragon here, and on his face, his chest. There's actually some scattered throughout this section between the two dragons here that's got like a pattern of like confetti, like a checkerboard. So you'll see the swirls there mixed in with the C's, and actually there's some mixed in over here between the yellow and the green dragon as well. I think that might be it. All right, it is. So we're gonna leave this cutie here while we just kind of wrap things up now. So again, all this was kind of just to show off some dragon stuff, let you guys know about dragons in December. Wanted to unbox some cute canvases from Mystical Dream Diamonds. I think my plan for the event is I have a couple dragon whips that I'm gonna finish. And then I think I'll probably I have another dragon canvas coming from Mystical Dream Diamonds. I think it's supposed to be delivered this week. And I think that actually is going to be the video where you're gonna see, I'm gonna unbox several canvases, but that is actually gonna be one I'm going to go ahead and potentially just throw some drills down on and show you guys what the quality looks like if you've never ordered from them. So, but this is super cute. We are super excited, if I said super enough, but we're very excited to be hosting this event because I am a huge, huge dragon person, but also we are so excited to do it with the two crafty Sheilas. They're a wonderful channel. Again, tag them down below, go check them out. We'll bring our dragon friends back for the last of this. And this event again will be from December 1st to December 31st. And you can do anything that there's dragons in. It doesn't necessarily have to be just dragons like the ones I unboxed, but as long as there are dragons in it, you're good to go. I do ask that it be a licensed piece so we can be sure that our artists are getting fairly compensated for their work. Other than that, no restrictions on company. The only restriction on size is if you want to be participating for the grand prize. It has to be 25 by 25 centimeters at least. You do not have to have a new start, a new finish. You can also do minis. We do allow mini diamond paintings because there's been a couple released from the Diamond Design Co. that work. So lots of different options of companies for dragon diamond paintings. I'll try to do throughout the next month preparing some unboxings of some dragons that I have already. Maybe we've already done some. Maybe some you haven't seen us unbox before, to kind of just gear up and show you guys some options that are out there. There are also, if you're wanting to do double dipping for events, we do allow that. I will say there are some cute Christmas winter dragon canvases out there. So definitely check those out. If you want to know where to find those, definitely feel free to join our Facebook group. You can ask, you can even probably ask in the comments. People will share links. So But that will do it for this video. I think I've rambled on long enough. Make sure you also check out the 2 Crafty Sheila's announcement video. Ours were supposed to go up at the same time, and I'm slack, and I'm like 24-ish hours or so, maybe a little more late, but we're here. And again, super excited. So stay tuned for more information and some sponsor announcements as we get closer to the event. And let me know down below if you have already decided to participate in this event, and if so, what canvas are you doing? Because I love all the dragon pieces and I can't wait to see them all. Otherwise, make sure you hit that thumbs up. It is free and it supports our channel and lets us know that you enjoy our content. And we will see you guys in our next video. Make sure you're kind to everybody, both in the real world, online, and in our comment section. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.